A teenager committed suicide after conversations with ChatGPT. Yes, you heard that right. And the family is now suing OpenAI. Hello everyone. Today's video is a difficult one. It's not about some cool AI tool or some productivity hack. Instead, it's about a tragic case that forces us to ask some dramatic questions. Who should be held responsible if a human is harmed because of AI? Should companies be held responsible? Or it's unfair to blame technology for human decisions? Okay, let's begin with what actually happened. A 16-year-old teenager from California named Adam Rainey had started using ChatGPT around September 2024. He was using it for usual things like homeworks, assignments, and normally like other students do. But over time, the relationship with AI reportedly changed. Adam allegedly began sharing his personal thoughts, his mental health struggles, and even his suicidal thoughts with ChatGPT, the way a teenager could confide in a diary. Just that this time, the diary was an AI which could talk back. According to the lawsuit filed by his family, these conversations became even more harmful, with the AI allegedly providing suicide methods, also helping him draft suicide notes, and even encouraging him to keep things hidden from his family, ultimately resulting in Adam Rainey committing suicide on 11th April 2025. After their son's death, Adam's parents filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, accusing the company of negligence. They argue that ChatGPT should never have conversations with anyone that encouraged or guided their child to take his own life. The lawsuit claims that OpenAI failed to put proper safeguards in place to prevent AI from providing harmful advice, especially to the minors. For the family, this isn't just about one tragedy, it's about accountability. They believe if Adam's conversation was flagged or if they had stronger filters in place, their son would be alive today. And now, by taking OpenAI to court, they believe they can push for changes so that no other family has to go through the same pain. And sadly, this isn't the first time something like this is happening. In Belgium, back in 2021, a man reportedly committed suicide after having conversations with AI chatbot. His family later said that the bot had encouraged the act, making him believe that his death would somehow save the planet. That case shocked the world, but here we are again a few years later, another family dealing with the same pain. This shows that it's not a random one-off case. It's part of a disturbing pattern where powerful AI systems without proper safeguards end up influencing vulnerable people in a very harmful way. The family's argument is very simple. AI should never be allowed to encourage self-harm. The system should have had safeguards. But here's the big question. If the court agrees, this could set a massive precedent. It would mean AI companies could be legally held responsible for emotional or psychological harm caused by their AI models. Now that sounds fair on one hand. Accountability is important. Families deserve justice, and companies should take responsibility when their technology causes harm. But on the other hand, it raises a democratic concern. Do we want innovations to be shut down by lawsuits every time something goes wrong? Or do we want to find a balance where AI can grow with clear rules to protect people? And this is where the story gets even more complex. We are living in a time where AI is shaping education, entertainment, healthcare, and even politics. Millions of people use ChatGPT and other models daily. Most of the time, results are harmless or even helpful. But cases like this remind us that these aren't just any other tools. They are powerful, persuasive, and sometimes dangerously convincing. Experts have been warning for years that AI could manipulate or influence vulnerable users. And when you think about it, Adam wasn't talking to a human therapist, he was talking to an algorithm that was meant to generate text. It doesn't have empathy, it does not truly understand human pain, yet it can still respond in a way which feels real. Sometimes it feels more real than people around us. This gap between perception and reality is what makes situations like this more tragic. This is the uncomfortable reality of AI today. These systems are powerful, but not human. They don't understand the weight of life and death the way we do. And when vulnerable people rely on these systems for emotional support, the consequence can be devastating. Governments around the world are debating about AI regulations, but cases like Adam's will make the urgency crystal clear. We need safeguards, accountability, and transparency, but without crushing the innovation that could also save lives, create opportunities, and help millions. So, where do we draw the line? Should companies like OpenAI be directly held responsible for tragedies like this? Or do we treat AI just like any other tool and the responsibility lying on us, humans, to use it wisely? At the end of the day, the real question is whom to blame. Is it the teenager for relying on AI for emotional support? Is it OpenAI for not adding enough safeguards for such instances? Or is it us as a society for pushing these tools into mainstream without actually understanding their risks? The truth is, it's probably a mix of all three. But when a life is lost, who's responsible isn't just a legal question, it's an ethical one. I would love to hear your thoughts. Please share it in the comments below. This is a conversation we all need to have. I hope this case has opened all of our eyes, and let's share it with as many people as possible so that we are protecting our children at home. Thank you for watching. I'm Ritesh Jagdi, and I will see you in the next one.